This is video 4, Shifting Curves for Demand. But before we get into these changes, let's rewind a little bit. Here we have the classic supply and demand curves. We can see in the market for pizza, the equilibrium, where suppliers and demanders agree, determines a price of $3 per each slice of pizza and a quantity of 8 pizza slices. So the question we're trying to answer today is what makes this price and quantity of pizza, or any other good or service for that matter, change? So in this video, we're going to look at changes in demand. This is a picture of a clown. To demonstrate changes in demand, we're going to look at the market for Shamrock Shakes because Christine said so. So what changes the demand for Shamrock Shakes? The first thing that will affect the demand for shakes, and really any good or service for that matter, is a change in taste. Let's say that a medical journal comes out that says that Shamrock Shakes can cure cancer. What's going to happen to the demand for Shamrock Shake? Of course, Shamrock Shakes are going to become much more popular as people believe that they are part of curing cancer, so demand will go up. Now let's say a devastating illness spreads across the nation and the FDA traces the disease back to Shamrock Shakes. What's going to happen to the demand for Shamrock Shakes? Of course, the demand for the Shamrock Shake would go down because people don't want to get sick. This is a picture of a one-eared, one-eyed bear. The second determinant that changes demand is the number of buyers in the market. Let's say that Shamrock Shakes are originally only available in a small farmer's market. What's going to happen to the demand for Shamrock Shakes? The answer is that demand will go down because there are very few people that visit this farmer's market. Now let's say some unnamed international corporation adopts the Shamrock Shake recipe and starts selling it in their global chain of restaurants. What's going to happen to the demand for the Shamrock Shake then? The answer is that the demand will skyrocket because there's so many more people in the market that have access to the Shamrock Shakes. Another determinant that can change the demand for goods and services in our economy is the price of related goods. Now let's say the main competitor with the Shamrock Shake is the Happy Burger Chocolate Milkshake. If the Happy Burger Chocolate Milkshake drops down to 50 cents per shake, what impact is that going to have on the demand for the Shamrock Shake? Of course, the demand for the Shamrock Shake is going to go down as more people in the market are choosing the chocolate milkshake because its price is so low. Let's look at a different type of related good. Let's say that French fries are complementary to the Shamrock Shake, meaning that if somebody buys a shake, they're most likely going to purchase fries to go along with it. Now, what's going to happen to the demand for the Shamrock Shake if fries drop in price to 10 cents per fry? The demand for the shake most definitely is going to go up because people will purchase the fries because of the low price and they'll want a shake to go along with it. Now let's look at one last determinant of demand, consumer expectations. Let's say that this unnamed organization drops the price of the Shamrock Shake to $1 on St. Patrick's Day only. What's going to happen to the demand for the Shamrock Shake today if St. Patrick's Day isn't for another 2 days? The answer is because consumers expect the price to drop in the future, they're going to demand less today so that they can get the deal in 2 days. So to recap, there are 4 main things that impact demand. First, taste. Second, the number of buyers in the market. Third, related good prices. And fourth, expectations about price from consumers. There are a couple of other ones, but these are the main 4 that we're going to focus on for this unit. Now let's take a look at this in graphical format. We have our price on the y-axis, our quantity on the x-axis, and we have our supply curve, of course, and then 2 demand curves. Let's assume that our economy starts with the initial demand curve of D. Now at D, we intersect with S at a certain equilibrium point here. And as we dash it over, we see that prices are low, and we dash down and we see that quantity is low. Now, when any one of these 4 determinants that we discuss occur and increases demand, we will shift the demand curve to the right to D2. At D2, we have a new equilibrium point here, and as we dash it over, we go to P1, and we dash down, we go to Q1. In other words, because demand increases, our prices increase, and our quantity increases for any good or service in the market. Now let's take a look at another graph that demonstrates decreasing demand. If we assume that we start at D1 and S1, our initial equilibrium when we dash it over gives us P1 and Q1, high price, high quantity. However, some sort of determinant occurs. One of the 4 elements decreases our demand and shifts our demand curve from D1 to D2. Now we have a new equilibrium. When we dash that over, we get P2, which is lower than P1, so prices have fallen. And we get Q2, which is lower than Q1, so quantity has fallen. In other words, when there's a decrease in demand, we'll see a decrease in price and a decrease in quantity for that good. In our next video, we'll take a look at the determinants of supply and how those impact prices and quantity. But we're going to end the video here. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to take a moment to go back through the video to make sure that you understand the 4 determinants of demand and then are able to demonstrate decreasing demand and increasing demand in graphical format, please do so. You will need that information for your pods tomorrow. See you then.